New figures suggest the UK population could grow by almost 5 million over the next decade because of net migration. The Office for National Statistics projects the rise to 72.5 million people will be driven almost entirely by the number of people arriving and leaving the country over the next decade. The projections also highlight the country's increasingly ageing population, with the number of people aged over 85 projected to nearly double by 2047. Our political correspondent Harry Horton has more.
20 years ago, the UK's population reached 60 million for the first time. Next year, it's projected to top 70 million and continue rising into the next decade, driven almost entirely by immigration.
We're projecting a similar number of births and deaths in the period ending 2032. Effectively, they cancel each other out. And what's driving the projected increase in the population, that's 4.9 million between now and 2032, is net international migration. That's more people arriving in the UK to live than leaving.
In the decade leading up to 2032, the UK's population is projected to increase by 4.9 million people, bringing the total population to 72.5 million. Our population is also ageing. There will be 1.7 million more people at state pension age by 2032, almost a 14% increase. The population increase poses challenges for already stretched public services like hospitals, schools and transport. The Conservatives, who oversaw record immigration levels, say there should now be a cap on arrivals.
We have 9 million working age people here in the UK that are not in the workforce. We need to see those people getting to work, and we need to see more investment in technology and mechanisation instead of importing very large numbers of low-skill wages.
People are also living longer, and by 2047, the number of over 85s is projected to double.
If there aren't as many taxpayers, and there are more and more pensioners relative to the number of taxpayers, will the country be able to afford the level of pension that we've been paying so far?
The government has pledged to bring immigration levels down, but a growing and ageing population poses challenges for us all.
Harry, this projection out today has triggered, as you say, a debate into lots of things, including the capping, potential capping of the numbers of people that come here.
Yeah, it has. And look, an ageing population is not a new thing. This has been happening for some time now. And part of the reason we in the UK have been able to sustain levels of care and pension for the elderly population is because we've allowed lots of young people of working age to come into the country. Now, immigration has become less politically popular in recent years. You heard in my report the Conservatives saying they now think there should be a cap on migration numbers. The Labour government says it wants to bring migration down significantly, although the Prime Minister's spokesperson said this lunchtime that the government doesn't think setting an arbitrary cap is the best way forward in terms of significantly reducing migration. Now, if immigration does come down, I think one of the things it will mean for the UK is that more people will have to return to work, and the population that is already working will likely have to work harder and for much longer.
Harry, thank you.